Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Barbara Hawkins Dixon,
And I am Darlene Mayman.
and we are the authors of Substance of Building a Healthy Relationship.
Yes, good morning, everyone. We hope everyone is having a good day. Our topic today is if you saw your friend, spouse, or significant other cheating, would you tell them? That can be a yes or no answer. And I guess it all depends. Because if my friend, if they wasn't married and that was my friend in that situation, and if I see it, I would tell. I would actually, yes, I will tell my friend because first of all, you don't even, there's no need to cheat on anyone. If you feel that you're in a relationship and you don't, you're not happy with that person, then, why cheat on them? Just end it. The worst thing is to, cheat on someone and then they feeling all this for you and you out there doing the wrong thing. So if that's my best friend and someone real close to me, yes, I would tell. Now, if they're married, that would be a whole different thing with me. I would want to tell, but you're not supposed to step in, or get into anybody's business when it comes to their marriage. But if I was to see it, that significant other, if I see it, I'm going to confront them up front and let them know that I saw it and they were wrong and they need to fix that because that's wrong to do. And that'll keep them where they're on edge because every time they see you and with your friend, they ain't knowing if you gonna tell or not. So maybe they need that will make them not do what they doing. It would be hard to not tell your friend that because it wants because everything in the dark comes to the light, and then if they find out that you knew, they're gonna really be upset with you, and that can mess up your friendship with your friend. But I would let that person know that I saw what they did, and I advise them to fix that. What do you say?
Well, I think that that's good advice, with the exception of like it's kind of take you in two different directions,
Yes.
where you feel one way and then you feel the other way. Because I feel like if you have it all depends on how close you are with that person. If you have that straight sisterhood, friend slash sister relationship, it would be hard not to tell it
Yeah.
because of the fact that when you with your friend, it's almost like you feel like you betraying your friend as well because you know this and you not letting her know,
Mhm.
or him know what is going on. So it is really, I mean, it's this is really a discussion that is hard for a yes or a no answer.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but I think with me, if it was a very close friend of mine, that I would have to, because if, like I said, if I don't, I feel like I'm betraying my friend. And that gives the her spouse or her partner, if he know you're not telling, he's gonna or she's gonna continue the act because feeling like you more in their corner than you are theirs, because feeling like you're not gonna tell it because that's gonna hurt your friend.
Mhm.
But when you look at it, it's hurtful either way.
Yeah.
Hurtful if you tell them, and it's hurtful if you don't tell them.
All right.
So it's no way around uh protecting it.
Mhm.
Some peoples might feel as though they don't want to know. They, have that discussion with, maybe they had the discussion already with their friends.
Mhm.
Like, if that happens, I don't want to know,
Yeah.
but it's just very hard.
And then too, if you, because it would be really hard for me to not say nothing, and then every time I see their spouse or their significant other, I got a kind of funny way with them. I'm like, you angry with them, and but you don't want to show it, but every time you see them, you're gonna feel a certain way about them because you know what they're doing. And your friend gonna start seeing some things in you too, like why she always act a certain way when he come around, or like she don't like him, or or she don't want to be
Right.
around or something like that. It starts showing clues like something is going on here. But this topic here was a hard one because you wanna, then you don't wanna. Because a lot of times you can tell your friend and then they mad at you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because you trying to tell them because that's your friend and you don't want them hurt. But some friends you can tell it, and now they're holding a grudge against you or thinking you trying to be funny to break their marriage up or something like that. And all you trying to do is make sure that they know and they okay. So it's a hard question to answer, a yes or a no, because what do you do in that situation? I would hate to have to see that because it'll irk me every time I'm around my friend and oh, my husband is this and my significant other is that, and they do this and they do that. And all I'm thinking in my mind, that son of a gun
What
ain't
you
no
say?
good. That son of a gun ain't no good. And my friends sitting here saying, oh, they this and they that, and they do this and they do that. And I'm shaking my head like that dog, that I can't stand them. I need to tell her, but then if I tell her, it's gonna be an issue, and then now she's mad at me. So I that one I don't know. And like I said, it all
But
depends. Now,
that's why I say it all
mhm,
depends on how close you are
yeah,
with
now,
your friend.
yes,
Whereas y'all have that understanding,
yeah,
and that closeness and that bond,
mm-hmm,
whereas it won't affect the friendship.
mm-hmm,
You telling, informing your friend of what's going on, but you're not telling your friend, trying to direct their life,
right,
telling them what they need to do about their
right,
situation.
yeah,
That's up to them to do what they want to do.
yeah,
Once you confront them and let them know what is
mm-hmm,
going on.
mm-hmm. Hmm. But I wouldn't, I don't know, and I think every time if I was to see it, just like you say you out somewhere and you walk in on one of your friends, spouse or significant other, and you know what you're seeing, would you confront them at that right at that moment? Because I would. If I see it, I walk up on it and I see it, I'm gonna walk up on you and like, what's going on? What are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? I would pull them to the side, and tell them, what are you doing? You're cheating on my friend, you messing around, and you need to fix that because I might tell. I don't know how I would take it. I really don't know.
Right.
I know I would say something to that person.
Yes,
I
I
just
would
couldn't sit by.
most
I wouldn't just sit back and don't and see it and act like I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? So it would be
yeah.
hard for me to even come around my friend when they around because I know they're wrong. Yeah, but then
Yeah,
like you
I
said,
will
when you
most definitely
yeah.
confront and let uh him know that I see him,
Mm-hmm.
and I see what he's doing, to let him
Mm-hmm.
know I'm here,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
I got my eyes on him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I would
Mm-hmm.
have to, I would have to do that.
And then you know what happens behind that when you confront them. Then they'll go tell your friend, oh, I don't want you hanging around that person anymore because that
Right,
person is trouble. I don't want that person in my house, or I don't want that person around you anymore because they want to make sure that you're not around to tell what you saw. So they'll try to put a conflict between you and your friend, start up something between you two, like you making problems for their marriage or something like that, because they feeling guilty and they know they on the spot now. So of course they're gonna try to cover themselves. And what best way to do it is, okay, we gotta eliminate that friend. We gotta find a way to make sure them two can't connect anymore.
Yeah, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
That happens a lot, but it all depends on the strength that that person have. Like,
Mhm.
okay, why is this all of a sudden? You said that this person been around us for years. Uh, why is it at this point
They
you
act
are
in a certain
saying that
way. Yeah.
you're acting a certain way now,
Mhm.
but it's not like it's been like this all the time.
Yeah.
So that would throw up a red flag, like,
Yeah.
okay, what is going on here?
What is going on?
What
Yeah.
is you trying to avoid me saying or
Mhm.
knowing?
Cause you know your friend, and your friend gonna know something is not right with you every time you come around. They partner, they're gonna see it and start questioning like, okay, they every time I notice my friend come around me when I'm with my spouse or my significant other, they act in a funny way now, or they walking away, or they don't want to be bothered, or they don't want to come over anymore. They're gonna start seeing that. That's gonna put a red flag up like something's going on. And eventually you're gonna ask your friend, okay, what's going on? Why you acting a certain now if you get to that point, to me, if you get to that point and they notice that you feeling a certain way, acting a certain way, and they come to you, what is going on? Let me know what's going on. We friends. What is going on? I might tell them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I might tell them because they saying something that's not right with me, and then I don't want to sit up there and just lie to their face like, oh, it's nothing. Then I have to probably come out and just tell what's going on.
Right. I definitely wouldn't lie to my friend,
Yeah. Hmm.
especially if she's asking and
Hmm.
she noticed the difference. Oh no,
Hmm.
it's no
Yeah.
way I'm
Yeah.
going to lie
Hmm.
to uh protect what he's doing that or she's doing that is wrong.
Yeah.
No, I would have to be straightforward then.
Yes. Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
would inform the spouse or the significant others that I'm going to tell.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wouldn't be no secret.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell, especially if I caught it more than once.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Every time you looking around, you catching it, like, and because that's something you couldn't keep with yourself, especially if this friend is a person that you just real close to, like sister.
And you
And
know that that
and
person is a good person to
yeah,
their spouse or to their,
yeah,
significant other, and you see them
hmm,
doing what they doing, it
hmm,
instantly bring anger in you.
yeah, yeah. I couldn't.
Because
Yeah, that would bother me. But then my question for you is, what if you tell your friend? And now it messed up y'all relationship and they mad with you and they still wind up still staying with this person after you done told them everything. Now they upset with you. Now y'all ain't friends no more. How would you handle that?
well, I think if it if it come to that point where because I told you and it caused a problem, then I will accept it for what it is
Mm-hmm.
because what I did out of my friendship
Mm-hmm.
for you,
Mm-hmm.
to inform you of what's going on behind your back. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not telling you to leave your spouse or to leave your relationship. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm just informing you of what's going on
Mm-hmm.
behind your back while you
Mm-hmm.
being this perfect woman to him uh, or her. And this is the treatment you get for being
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, uh, committed, so committed into the relationship. So
Yeah.
I will accept it for what it is, and I wouldn't
Yeah.
feel bad that I told.
Hmm. But if and then I think too, if that was to happen and you guys are best friends like that, eventually sooner or later, with so much that that person will see, they'll realize that, oh, wow, my friend was telling me this, and I decided to ignore it, but now I'm gonna, handle this now. They're gonna eventually want to get back with their friend again, I believe, and later on down the line. Yeah, yeah.
And now, with that being said, my question to you
Mm-hmm.
is, uh, in the event that happens,
Mm-hmm.
after your friend decides, and especially if you was very close friend,
Mm-hmm.
that sisterhood friend,
Mm-hmm.
if it get to that point and she decides to cut you off, and then she realizes that she was wrong because now she's saying the stuff that her husband or her spouse been doing,
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that, finding out that you was telling the truth all the time, would you accept her back as a friend,
Of
or
course.
uh would you still have that same love for uh that you had before?
Yeah, I would, of course, especially if you've been friends for a long time. Of course, I would accept them back because that's my friend. We've been friends for life. Yes, I would. And I would apologize for not listening, listening to what she was trying to tell me. Yes, I would take her back with open arms, of course.
Okay,
Yeah, I would. Especially if I know
right,
how close we was, and a
right,
friend and a close friend ain't gonna tell you nothing that's gonna hurt you. A close friend gonna tell you what you need to, be by your side and not, see you going through those kind of things. That's a real friend would do. And if you guys close like that, you're gonna know, okay, my friend wouldn't tell me this. It has to be something going on.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
And especially if you all, everyone got along well, it was no problems with the friendships, between your friend and your spouse, and everything was jolly, and then all of a sudden
But yeah.
something happens that, you know uh start noticing the difference, and it a big question mark there.
And you gonna
What's
notice it. You're
going
gonna
on?
see it. Yeah, you're gonna question that what's going on. And then you're gonna pull your friend to the side like, okay, you've been acting a certain way. What is going on? You need to tell me what's going on. Because I notice a change in you every time such and such come around or you're around us or something. Something is going on. Tell me what's going on. Because you will see it. Like you said, especially you ain't never seen these issues and y'all always around each other, events and everything is good and dandy. Then all of a sudden you start noticing like, okay, why she acting this way toward them or what's going on or they don't want to come around or they don't want to be with us and be together. You gonna notice that and you gonna question that because it's happening for a reason.
Yeah, I believe so too. And then another thing, I feel like the majority of times when this happens, your spouse is already getting the different signs.
Mhm.
They might be just building it up, letting it build up, letting it build up, but you notice your spouse actions
Mhm. Mhm.
and reactions to certain
Mhm.
things.
Mhm.
What I mean by that is like the different changes that your spouse might make. That's
Mhm.
noticeable.
Mhm.
Like, oh, this is different. Oh, this is different. For men, for instance, they get cocky when they, in my opinion, when they start cheating, they get cocky because they feel that they got someone, you know, uh, on the backbone. They start dressing different, new cologne,
Yeah,
you know, different things like that. That's
you
a
gonna start
pure
notice. Okay,
sign.
what's going on here, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
what's going on? What's going on here? Is something going on? All of these changes all of a sudden.
Mhm.
But women's just as well would act a little different, but then women's don't do as many obvious things that men's do because men's get cocky with it.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. They more open with it, like, well, yeah, I can do this, it ain't nothing gonna be said. They wanna have their cake and eat it too, But like I said, everything in the dark comes to the light. So this topic here was a good one because that's a hard one. Because some people ain't going some people can sit back and like, I ain't saying nothing and watch it. I just couldn't do that.
Right. I
I
couldn't do
couldn't.
it
I could
because
now, yes, especially if I noticed that when either him or her is with that person and you seeing how badly they treating them, but you also saw what they were doing on the outside. Now, if I see a situation like that, if I know that my friend is being treated really, really badly, disrespectful and everything, and she trying to be as good as she can, but you just saw that he's out there doing something else, that would be a whole different situation for me. I would have to pull my friend to the side and just tell. I would, because I know
yeah,
that they're treating them real badly, but you're out here treating this other one like a queen, like, oh no. Yeah.
yes, that's real wrong. And I would tell it. And if
Mhm.
like I say, if you get mad, then you just get mad because I know if it was the shoe was on the other foot,
You
I
would want
would
them to
want to
tell,
know.
yeah, yeah.
I would want you, I would feel betrayed by you if you
Hmm.
didn't tell me.
Right. Because the first thing they're gonna say to you is that you knew this, but you didn't say anything. And a lot of times your
Yes.
answer would be back, well, I didn't want to see you hurt or hurt your feelings or anything, but I would rather you have hurt my feelings and let me know what's going on than to know that you knew and you didn't say anything and we friends.
And like I stated before, it's hurt either way. You're
Mhm.
gonna be hurt if they tell you, and
And
you
you're gonna
still
want to
gonna be hurt
if they
by
don't
the
tell you.
if they don't tell you and
Yeah.
by the way your spouse or significant other is treating you. You
Mm-hmm.
already been hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
prefer to be hurt and to the point where you told me, and then now it's my decision to make on what I'm going to do. Either I'm going to leave this relationship or I'm going to stick in it and try to work it out and have faith that it's going to be a change. But
Mm-hmm.
there's no way in the world I could be among the two of them
Yeah. Yeah.
and it won't be no animosity within me if I don't tell.
Okay. So to add on to this topic, we gonna add this on to it. If you found out that that was happening, would you stay with that person? I answer that one for you first. No, I couldn't because I will always feel it won't be no trust anymore, and I will always feel that okay, you did it once. Who said you're not gonna do it again? So that's how I was. I couldn't see myself saying, but I don't even think I would even try to work it out. Once I knew that you did that, I wouldn't be comfortable with you anymore.
Because it would be so much that re-triggers, you know, in
Hmm.
your mind
Hmm.
that if it happened then, if you could do this to me then, how, why should I believe that you
That
wouldn't
you
do it
won't do it
again
again. Right. Yeah.
and think that you could get away with it? And
Hmm.
so that also is another hard thing
Hmm.
because I have known peoples that have had spouse have had an affair, had a child on the outside, different things, and they worked it out, you know, and they, still together.
Hmm.
So it all depends on each individual relationship, I would say.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some is worth saving and some is not.
Right. I don't
If
know.
one
That's
is just a compulsive cheater,
hmm
no,
yeah.
no. But you're gonna always have that insecurity in you
Yeah.
that you feel like you can't trust this person,
hmm
your
Yes,
spouse,
that's
100%.
hmm
That you can't do it because it's gonna keep resurfacing in your mind that they cheated before.
Okay. I don't know that. Like I said, this was a good topic. It's a lot of yes to it, and it's a lot of no to it. So, but like you said, it's hurtful if you do tell, and then it's hurtful if you don't tell. So each way, each one is gonna make you feel a little bit bad about it because you don't know which way to go or what it will cause if you do tell it or you don't tell it. So that one would
Right.
be really hard for me. Yeah, yeah,
And some people will be afraid to get involved because they feel like, the husband might strike out at them or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And, with physical bodily harm or
Yeah,
different stuff.
yeah.
So
hmm
it's so many things will stay out of our business and
hmm
this and that. But
hmm
it's just a hard decision, but I'm gonna stand by what I feel. And I feel regardless, I will take the risk
hmm
if it's my friend.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm going to take the risk.
yes.
Uh,
I
and
agree with you on that one. You don't know what it'll lead to, but at least you was honest enough and didn't hold anything back to let them know. Now how they take it is on them. Would the friendship still be there? You never know. It could and it could not be, but yet you felt that you did the right thing. I just couldn't let that, I couldn't hold that in and know that that's going on. And I tell my friend, and then every time you see him, oh, he's this and oh, he's that, and he do this and he do that.
you
And in
be
the
like,
back of your
what?
head, like you in the back of your head, like
Are
that
you
son of a gun ain't no
serious?
good, you know.
Right.
So
Are
like,
you serious? He
yeah,
this and he that, and all I'm
yeah.
saying
And all you
is
seeing
him
is this and
flirting
that.
with other women and him being in the company of all these other different women and you stating that he's this and that. You
hmm
blindsided for real.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah,
not to say that, what you telling what you see, if like we stated earlier, if she were to see your partner or your spouse or something doing it, I would expect for you to tell me
yeah.
what's going on, that he's keeping too much company with this person or he's keeping too much company with that person.
hmm
And so in a previous topic we had, and we was discussing about how uh, when you married or in a committed relationship, you have to be careful of the company that you keep.
Yeah, yeah.
So in our instance, with us being married, why or either those in committed relationship, why would you be running? We as women be running around with a jazzy bear
Right, right.
when you know she's doing this and that, this
hmm
and that,
hmm
and you running around with her. People will think that
That you doing the same thing,
you doing
right?
the
Yeah,
same thing.
yeah,
The
yeah.
same vice versa. You married, but you running around with millions. The guys running around with millions. That's picking up prostitutes. You
hmm
know, all of that. How do that look? You
Yeah,
can't do what they do, so you shouldn't put yourself in
right.
that type of environment
Yeah.
because you have a reputation. You have to be
mm,
careful. You don't want nobody to get the wrong understanding of that you
That
doing
you
the
doing the
same
same
thing.
thing, right? Yeah, I think your standards changes too when you're married, because once you're married, you know you can't be hanging out with your single friends. 'Cause you know what your single friends gonna do. You were single before you got married. So
Right.
you it's just certain crowds you can't hang with once you become, married. You can't do that. Yeah. And hanging out and going in and going in. Because you know your friends, so you know what they out there doing. And if you out there hanging with that, it look like you doing the same thing, and you
You're
could not
right.
be. And you probably not. You just hanging out with your friends, but you even feel comfortable. Because I couldn't hang out with my friends if I know they out there wild and whatever, and I'm out there with them. I wouldn't be comfortable around that environment because that's not me. That's not what I
That's
do.
not you. Right.
Right. So I wouldn't even
So,
put myself in that situation. Like, nah, y'all go on, no, no.
okay, it's a
Yeah.
time when you got to say, okay, well, I see, what
Yeah,
you
have
all on.
fun. See you
It's
later.
well,
Yeah.
do what you do, but I got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to put myself in that environment where it's the
Yeah.
thinking that I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Yeah. And then you'll hear your significant other tell you you don't need to be hanging out with them. Why? Because they see how they are. They see how they are. If you say you going out with them, they gonna feel a certain way. Well, you don't need to be hanging with them. You know what they do. So what? That's what you doing too. So you'll have to hear all that kind of stuff. So I was just like, no, I can't hang with y'all. Love you, but I can't hang with y'all.
right.
Yeah.
And there's so many uh uh relationships or friendships, especially when a lot of wrong is being done between, in the so-called friendship, everything. A lot of times they could be in a committed relationship,
Mm-hmm.
but hanging with that single person, they have done so much wrong together.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So much wrong together that she's scared to pour herself out of the situation because now she afraid that the friend gonna tell exactly everything that she's been doing.
Mm-hmm.
So she keep that close connection with her so that she won't tell all the stuff that they've been doing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Or the same vice versa with him.
Yeah.
They don't cut the ties because figure if they cut the ties of
Then it's gonna be told.
anger, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
it's gonna be
told.
told. Right, right. Also,
That's
too,
going
I
on.
wouldn't want you got friends and they single, you have to watch that too because you don't too much want them around your significant other. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you know
Right.
that they the kind of wild kind. Like, oh no, no, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you know she's everywhere, here and there, do almost any and everything,
Mm-hmm.
what you want her around you or your spouse for?
Right,
Uh for the,
right. Mm-hmm.
that wouldn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you will have to constantly watch
Watch
and
them.
watch and see how she's
Yeah,
looking
how
at
she
your
acting
spouse.
and doing
Right,
and whatever.
exactly. Right.
So
Who wants somebody like that around?
right. So let's end it with this last open discussion. Would you allow your uh, friend, just say if you're not at home and they just come by your house and you're not there, how you feel about that? Don't you think that
No.
that would be disrespectful?
Yeah, very
Yes.
disrespectful. If
Yeah.
I'm not there, you don't need to be there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. That's very
It is.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I wouldn't want to come home and see my friend sitting there when I'm not
I
there.
know.
What is your purpose if I'm not
If
there?
you're not there.
Right.
Mhm.
And the way I roll anyway, if I'm I don't like just drop ins,
Mhm. Mhm.
just drop ins. If
Mhm.
a friend of mine's, they going to, I'ma know they're coming.
You supposed to call. Yeah, you just
You
don't come up
supposed to
on nobody's
call.
house. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially, it's would have been a little different if you single, but when you married, or in a committed relationship, no. You're not,
Yeah,
women are not supposed to just drop in anytime.
right. That's true.
Yes, I
Right.
supposed to know you are
That
coming.
you coming in.
I wouldn't come to your house unannounced.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, we would have talked and confirmed the meeting. You know,
Yeah.
with Darlene, what are you doing today? Such and such. What you gonna be doing about 2 o'clock?
Mm-hmm.
If you're not doing nothing, I stop by or something like that. But no, I'm not gonna just pop in at your house
Yeah. Yeah. That
because I know you have a husband.
right.
So me just popping in and I get that you not there and your husband there. And
Yes.
then he might feel like, you know, not trying to be mean and say, well, she should be back in 10 or 15 minutes to come in. But
Mm-hmm.
then when you get there in that 10 or
Mm-hmm.
15 minutes and seeing
Mm-hmm.
her sitting there,
You're gonna be questioning like, what is she doing here? I'm not here.
yes,
Well, babe,
you
that's
didn't
your
tell me
friend.
you
I
was
just,
coming.
babe, that's your friend. I just, let her in, but you don't do that. You supposed to
Right,
say, well, you know what, she be back in 15 minutes, give her a call and then come back or something. But you just
right,
don't let them in. I know
right,
that you know that that's my friend, but you have to know to respect enough to know, okay, she's not here. I'm not letting you in here, friend or no friend. Come back when she's here.
right. You respect me and that's you respecting your friend and you respecting your
Mm-hmm.
friend's partner,
Yes.
by doing that,
Mm-hmm.
so if I called you, even if we had a set time to meet,
Mm-hmm.
and if I called you to see were you there and you say, well, I'm not there, but I'll be there in 5 or 10 minutes, I sit in the car until you get
And to
there
wait, yeah, that's
and
the most
wait. I'm
respectful
not gonna
thing to
go
do.
to your door.
Yeah.
And after you just told me that you're not there, you'll be there 5 or 10 minutes, then I'm going to the car and I'm gonna wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if I have to use the restroom or something, I'm gonna find the nearest
Somewhere to go.
McDonald's or Burger King
Yes.
or White
Right.
Castle,
Right.
anywhere that I could go to use the bathroom. And then by the time I come back, you might be there.
But see, here we go again with that one. That's when we talking about friends. See, because a real friend ain't gonna do that. A real
Right,
friend gonna know, okay, my friend ain't there. I'm not going by there until I know she's there. Or I'll wait outside for her to get here, call her and let her know I'm outside waiting for you, to get here. That a real friend would do that. There wouldn't be no question about it. But like I said, a real friend. Because everybody
right.
ain't your friend.
No, that's what I say. You
Right.
have a group of people
People, yeah,
you have associates, and then you have friends.
yeah,
Friends are limited.
yeah.
Everybody is not your friend. An
Mm-hmm.
associate is not your friend.
Mm-hmm.
A friend is a friend.
Yeah,
And you know the difference.
yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, that was a good topic today. We had an open discussion today. So what we want you guys to do with this topic is to come in our comments and answer that question. Would you or would you not tell? And then tell us the reason why you would and why you won't. So today was a good topic today. We just decided to do this one today. And plus, this question has been asked for us to do this one in our comments. So that's why we use this one today. So we hope you guys enjoy this topic today and we got more to come. Bob.
Oh, yes, most definitely, because that's a very compromising position to
Yes.
be in.
Yeah.
And to see, and especially if you are with someone else and you happen to look over
And
to
you
the
see
next
it.
table or something, and they be like, ain't that such and such husband? Or
Mhm.
ain't that such and such wife? That
Mhm.
puts you in a bad situation
Yeah,
just as
it
well,
does. Just to see it.
just to see it. And that's why they say you never know who's where.
So who's
Just
watching or
because
who's
you think
around?
you going to a secluded place don't mean you gonna it's not really secluded. You
Included,
know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
Because somebody sees everything.
Something. Yeah,
Yes,
somebody sees something, right?
somebody's going to
And that's
see
why
it.
we go back to it again. it's useless to even try to cheat. Why cheat? You don't have to cheat. Like I said,
Right,
if the relationship is over in the relationship, and I could,
right,
how do you, and that kind of bothered me too. How does a person feel? You got a person at home, your spouse or your significant other, and then you can still go out and cheat and then come back home like it's nothing. You know,
yes,
like it's okay. You know, like nothing's going on. I wouldn't even feel right doing nothing like that.
right.
I don't know
And
how
then
people live with
people
themselves doing that.
need to understand that cheating is not just a sexual act.
Yes,
Cheating is not that. If
mhm,
you flirtatious,
yes,
that's cheating.
that's cheating.
If
Yes,
you constantly putting yourself in an environment with different women, communicating with them, that's
that's
cheating.
cheating. Yes,
If you have to delete texts from your phone,
that's cheating.
that's cheating. It's
Hmm.
all different
There's
forms of
ways of
cheating.
doing it. Yeah,
Yes, of
yeah.
ways of doing it. And so, those little simple, what they consider simple ways of cheating
Hmm.
turns into
Something else.
something else.
Yeah,
Anything that you have to hide uh,
right.
from your
Deleting your
partner.
texts, deleting your phone numbers,
Yes,
deleting your Facebook page messages and stuff like that. That's all considered cheating because
yes,
anything you
that's
gotta
cheating
hide is
because
cheating.
that's letting you, if you have to do that, you
You
already
know,
know you're doing something wrong.
yeah, that is true. All right,
Yes.
you guys, this was a good topic today.
Yes, it really was. We enjoyed it and hope you all enjoyed it too. And we will be back next week with another good topic.
Yes, we will. Okay, you guys have a good day.